Man, what is up? Dude, man, it's so nice to sit up here and talk to you guys, man. Man, how was y'all weekend? Was it great? Man, I'll tell you what, man, man, a lot of these teams are gearing up and they up here ready for next week, man, because regular season is going to start. Yeah, man, I tell you, man, I am so super excited where that these teams are going to go head to head, man, and it's going to be good, man. And one thing that I've been sitting up there keeping my eye on and is going to be the Gray Wolves versus the Lion Claws, because one thing about it is D-Roy from the Big Daddies, well, he used to be on his team, the team with Mama D, and now he's on the Gray Wolves, because of the new rule changes, and he's going to be getting a little payback, trying to get a little payback against the Lion Claws, so I can't wait to watch that race. And plus, that's the race is going to be televised, so it's going to be good, man. I can't wait, man. So that race is definitely going to be televised, and we're going to sit up there and talk about the matches that's going to be taking place and stuff. And I'm gonna give you my take and what I think that teams might win and what teams might lose. So let's dive right to it. So it's going to be 14. It's going to be 14 matches and stuff. And now this week in the marble race, next week, it's going to be none but the same teams going to be racing in the same conference. So pretty much. So it's just the West versus the West, and then the East versus the East. So pretty much that's just how it's going to go next week. So the Gray Wolves and the Lion Claws, they're both in the West, so it's going to be good, man. So they just going to be going head to head. And let's talk about the matches that's going to be taking place and what I think how that match is going to be. Let's start with the Gray Wolves and Lion Claws. Well, the Gray Wolves had a really good a good preseason. It was really good and stuff. And Lion Claws was pretty good as well. They got Jordan Greatness on that squad, and then also they got Rampage as their star player, and pretty much he's the glue on that team, man. He pretty much he's a defender on that squad, but he's the captain and stuff. And one thing about it, man, one thing about the Lion Claws, they one of those teams that like to run and gun, man. They like to run, and they didn't play a lot of defense last season, but one thing about it, man, maybe this season that they will play a lot of defense and try to hold a lot of marbles back, so they can score and stuff. And that was their biggest problem. The Gray Wolves is a new team, and pretty much they are a new team. And don't know what to expect out of that team. They did really good in the preseason and stuff, man. They had a good record. They like to score, and one thing about it, you got Speedy T that loves to score. They got Rollo, and and they got Scenario, and also they got old boy Rad. And a team captain is D-Roy. Like I said, he used to play with Mama D and the Big Daddies. He's the big marble, and he pretty much he's happy where he's at and stuff. And Ted had a talk with him and asked him how he feels about being with the Gray Wolves, and this is pretty much what he had to say.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here with D-Roy at their practice facility. Man, D-Roy, how you doing?
Doing great, man. How are you?
And I'm doing good, man, but one thing about it.
Oh, we have technical difficulties and stuff, man. Let me try to fix the problem. And it's like difficulties. All right, here we go.
You guys look really good out there. Man, what have you done to get really good? And tell me, is it different when you was playing with Mama D? Thanks, man. It's, the culture and stuff, man. I get it from my mom, but, man, things are a little bit different now. Man, we go out there and, we just want to go out there and compete, man. And but one thing about it, when I was playing with my mom, Mama D, man, she was on us 24/7, man. If we not out there playing defense, and plus when we out there doing what we supposed to do to get a win, man, she's on us 24/7. But now it's me where I have to get on these guys so we can try to get a win. I tell you, Mama D, man, she got a mouth on her, man. Yeah, she's the loudest woman in the room when she wants to be, man. Believe me, she could turn it on and be ghetto just like that, man. So, yeah, that's what those one woman, man, nobody wants to mess with going back and forth. You're right about that. I don't think nobody wants to go one-on-one. But, hey, you guys are going to be televised, and you guys going to be going against the Lion Claws, and no more Gohan on that squad. But you guys are going to be going against Jordan Greatness. That's Kobe's brother. And one thing about that, you guys are not the favorite to win that matchup. But tell me, do you think you guys are the favorite?
I wouldn't bet against us. I mean, number one, I wouldn't bet against us. I mean, Jordan Greatness, he was a phenomenal racer in college and went to the pros overseas, and now he's over here. I wouldn't put it past us that we can beat the Lion Claws. I mean, look at our roster. We got Old Boy Rad, we got Cosmo, we got Speedy T, and, we got Raw Honda, and we got Tyson, Cash, Rolo, Marker, and then also you got me. I mean, Scenario. I mean, look, man, we're loaded. We're a loaded team, and we're ready for the opportunity. We're ready to sit up there and take them down. Yeah, we lost against them when I was Big Daddy. We lost against these guys, but this is not the Big Daddies. This is the Gray Wolves, and we're going to go out there and we're going to compete and we're going to beat them.
Said, man, because you guys really look good out there. So one thing about it is, man, I want to say thank you for coming on here and let me talk to you in your facility, man. And I want to say good luck to you next week.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's how you do. Man, what that team is, they're gonna be something they're gonna be something in there when they going against the Lion Claws, man. But one thing I took notice is that when they was playing in preseason and stuff, man, their defense is they're not there in a defense where they can hold teams and stuff. But what Ted was up here telling me is that, man, they was up here working on a defense where certain players need to be, and where they need to make a stop if they have to, so they can try to score when they going down the ramp and stuff. But he said that they look good out there. They look really good, man, and they look like they're gonna be a playoff team and stuff. But the West is loaded. It's going to be kind of hard, for them, because they're going to be going against a lot of teams that was in the playoffs, and it's going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty not that easy. But he said that they look good out there and stuff. But well, Ted also had a talk with the Lion Claws, and the Lion Claws pretty much was they was done practicing, and it was at their facility. And let's see what the Lion Claws had to say.
Up, everybody, I'm here with Rampage from the Lion Claws, man. And Rampage, man, how you doing? Good, man. What's up, man? Just get to the questions, man. I'm just really juiced right now. And no problem. You guys don't have Gohan anymore. Hey, no. I don't want to hear nothing about Gohan. Nothing in these questions got nothing to do with Gohan. I don't want to hear about Gohan. Gohan has nothing to do with the team. He has nothing to do with Jade and I. So I don't want to hear nothing about Gohan. No problem at all. You guys drafted Jordan Greatness, Kobe's brother. Man, how is he working out on your team? But man, that dude is good, man. I like working with him, man. He's a lot better than that punk ass that we had on our team, man. But he is truly great. I like him. I like Royal. I like Pride. I like Nino. Man, I like those guys. And Pro Star, man, he is awesome too, man. I like these good group of guys, man. They're gonna help us out where that we can take things to the next level and get to the playoffs, man. I ain't talking about the third place cup, man. I'm talking about getting to the first place cup. You know what I mean? Got you. You guys look really phenomenal out there practicing and stuff, man. What do you think your chances against the Gray Wolves? You know what? I mean, I like our chances. I like our chances, man. We got Jordan Greatness and we got Pro Star, man. We got those good racer quality guys, and Pride, Royal, man. We got good racer quality guys that can sit up there and get to the finish line quick. And then try to move on to the next round and stuff. Man, I'm going to tell you something, D-Roy. You're not with the Big Daddies no more. Man, you got small little puppy cups. Man, I'm just want to let you know that, man, we're going to go out there and destroy you just like we did in the playoffs. So I just want to let you know you better get ready because this is it. You guys are not going to make the playoffs because we are the most dominant force in this league. Believe that. Okay, Nate, back to you.
Ted, you so wrong, man. You know what? You guys are a good team. I don't think your guys gonna be much of a what did he say again? That he's gonna be a dominant force in a race league, man. Come on, man. You guys are not gonna be a dominant force in the race league. I saw you guys in the preseason, man, and you guys did good, but I don't think you guys are gonna be dominant. I don't know if you saw the rosters that a lot of these teams got now. I don't think you took a look at the Savage Lakers and stuff. I don't think you looked at that. Did you know that they got McGrady now? They got McGrady now, and you didn't know about that. What about police security? You didn't know that they picked up Gohan and stuff? You know that their record was 4-1. You didn't look at them. Did you take a look at did you look at the Big Daddies? I mean, they knowing that they're not that big, but they still can run and stuff. I don't know. Did you look at the Bumblebees and how beefy they got now? How big they got? Did you look at the Yellow Jackets as well? I mean, I don't think you really looked at them, and then you got the Rattlesnakes, man. They won 5-0, man, and I don't think you looked at the Bloodline Colts. I don't think you really looked at these teams and say that you guys going to be a dominant force because I just don't see it with you guys, man. I don't see it at all, and then you got the new teams out there. They're just no joke. A lot of these new teams, they're hungry. They want to be in the playoffs. They want the cup, man. That's what they want. They want to destroy and dominate you guys. So no, I don't think you there. I don't think you there. Yeah, you got Jordan Greatness. I mean, let's not forget he's a phenomenal racer. That dude, he really got a lot of speed. But it's going to take a team to sit up there and play defense and where that Jordan can get to the finish line, where that you guys can win, and get to the playoffs. Because, man, these teams are just gotten bigger. Man, they gotten bigger. So let's take a look at the matches that's going to be taking place. next week. So you got the Sharks is going to be taking on the Tigers. That's going to be a good match, and I'm going to tell you why there's going to be a good match, because you got the Sharks is led by Armand, where the Armand, he can pretty much play defense, he can score, and he can pretty much be a blockage. And then you got Tigers. The Tigers are a good team as well, and the Tigers can sit up there and they're pretty much a bully team. And so it's going to be interesting that who's going to win that match, because A-Money going to have a lot to sit up there and try to contain the Tigers, because the Tigers are very physical. And then you got the Venom, the new Venom team. It's going to be taking on the Wolverines. And believe me, man, that's not going to be an easy task for Iverson G, because Iverson G, he's going to make his debut there, his first match against the Wolverines. And the Wolverines, the third place winner of last season, they're going to be making their debut as well, and see if they can try to get a win, the first win of the season. Then you got the Big Dogs is going to be taking on the Bumblebees. Well, Kevin from the Big Dogs, man, I'm gonna tell you, he's phenomenal. He knows how to put his team where they need to be at, where that he can try to score. He doesn't always have to score. He just more of a felicitator. I can't pronounce it right now. He likes to set up his team and put them where they need to be at to try to score. And then you got the Bumblebees. The Bumblebees pretty much, they got beefy and bigger. So these guys, they're very physical. And one thing they're going to rely on is their physicality, where they can try to knock teams out, where they can try to score. Then you got the Bloodline Colts. The Bloodline Colts, man, and they just unbelievable, and these guys are fast. They can play physical. They can go out there and pretty much they can dominate a race and stuff, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. I believe so. I don't think the Lion Claws don't think so, but I believe so. And then you have the Panthers. The Bloodline Colts taking on the Panthers, and the Panthers are they all right. They just like an up and down team. They have their moments where they just going to go out there and get some wins, and then they got moments where they just going to lose and stuff. So they're going to be pretty interesting to see where they're going to be at this year, because they didn't make the playoffs last year. Then you got the Rattlesnakes is taking on the Killer Ravens, two playoff teams, but the Rattlesnakes will end up winning the second place cup last season, and they taking on the Killer Ravens, and the Killer Ravens end up getting eliminated in the first round. That I really believe that the Rattlesnakes is pretty much going to dominate that race, because I don't think that the Killer Ravens are there and not up to that level as of right now. But maybe later on, maybe they will. But as of right now, they just not there. And then you have the Orange Crew taking on the Savage Lakers. Tell you the truth, I have the Lakers winning that match, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they got Kobe Greatness, and then they got McGrady, and those two together, when one goes out, then the other one takes over, and believe me, it's going to be hard for them to try to slow them down. But man, I'm gonna tell you, man, it's just not going to be easy. And then you got Magic B, man. He's a guy that can facilitate. Man, I can't pronounce it. I don't know why. He likes to set people up and get his players where they need to be, man. I'm telling you, man, they are a force to be working with as well. And then you have Police Security is going to be taking on Money Green. To me, I just see Police Security saying easy money, but I think that Money Green got a little better, but do I think that they're going to beat some Police Security? I don't think so. And that is going to be an interesting race, and I can't wait to see it, because Kia Boy versus Gohan, man, that's going to be a good race. Then you got the new Blackhawks, the new black team, new team called the Blackhawks, and they're going to be taking on the Celtic Warriors. That right there, I can't call who's going to win, but knowing that they got the Celtic Warriors got T-Mac, and then I know that Birdie, he's happy that he got someone that he can try to get a win, because they was in the playoffs last season, got eliminated in the first round. But I just felt like Birdie just felt like he had no one that was really fast that can really take control of the race. But now he got McGrady, so let's see how much they can do and see what the Blackhawks can do and stuff, because that's Iverson. Iverson is on that team. His brother Iverson G is on the Venom, so that's going to be pretty interesting to see if Iverson can beat the Celtic Warriors to get his first win. The Orange Maniacs is taking on the Gravediggers. The Gravediggers was in the playoffs last season. The Orange Maniacs are a new team, and we'll see what they can do, because the Gravediggers pretty much, they like an up and down team, but don't get it twisted that these guys cannot win. They can win when they want to, if you can pretty much try to provoke these guys, and they can really turn it on if they want to. So it's going to be a coin toss between who's going to win that race and stuff. And then you got the Marble Patriots is going to be taking on the Lions. Both of these teams are new, so it's like a coin toss to see who's going to win. But one thing about it, that the Marble Patriots, in the preseason they lost all 5 races, and then you pretty much heard there was a lot of controversy that is going on and stuff. Brady was up here pretty much saying that he needs to fire all his teammates because they're just not doing what they're supposed to do and stuff. But we'll see we'll see if these guys improve to where that they can try to get their first win against the Lions and stuff. Then you got the Bullies is going to be taking on the Terminators. Well, the Terminators again lost all 5 races in the preseason, and they lost last season. They lost all 10 races. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bullies if the record would be 5-0. And I don't know why that the Terminators organization won't fire all of them, because to me, they're not cutting it in this league, man. They're just not winning. And then you got the Big Daddies is going to be taking on the Snitches. And one thing about it, the Snitches was in the playoffs and the Big Daddies was in the playoffs. But then you got to remember that the Big Daddies they're not big anymore. They're a smaller team now with two big marbles, and now the rest of the marbles are regular size. But Mama D is going to keep the pressure on these guys, even though that they all family, knowing that she didn't participate in the draft because she wanted to have a number of family members in their organization. But she vowed to say that we're going to sit up there and get back into the playoffs and try to get back into the first place cup. They're going to be taking on the Snitches, but bear in mind is that who is their coach for the Snitches? Yes, you already know Stryker is their coach. Stryker is the coach and player of the police security. So pretty much he's going to have his instead of calling them their snitches, their enforcements, he's going to keep them busy. I know that he's going to keep them busy, where that he wants them to win. Then you have the Yellow Jackets going to be taking on the Players. Well, the Players wasn't in the playoffs. The Yellow Jackets wasn't in the playoffs. That surprised me that the Yellow Jackets wasn't in the playoffs, because the Yellow Jackets, I expect them to be really good, but now they just gotten beefy. They beefied up where that they gonna they was really physical in the preseason, and they look really good out there. So I expect them. I expect the Yellow Jackets to get a win. The Players, they still the same old players, Seem like they more interested in looking at the women in the crowd and then focus on the game. You know what I mean? So I think that I'm gonna stick with the Yellow Jackets, and they might win that game. So guys, man, I can't wait for the regular season to start, man, and I tell you folks, man, it's going to be a good one, man. So I hope you to stay tuned for next week and watch the Gray Wolves take on the Lion Claws, man. I'm telling you, that's going to be a good race, man. And I hope you sit up here and watch it. So, guys, man, I want to say thank you so much for listening to the Gladiator Marble Race podcast, man. And, man, it's going to be good. The season starts next week. Yeah, next week, guys. And then we're going to follow up with the podcast afterwards. Yeah. The sports wrap up. Yeah, after that, and then it's probably going to be Nate and Ted roundtable. Man, I can't wait for that. Man, I'm telling you guys, man, it's going to be a lot that's going to be going on next week. So make sure that you stay tuned and watch the Gladiator Marble Race. Man, thank you so much for listening. Peace.